What is going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal, Mr. Nice Guy. Happy Saturday morning. Welcome back to College Football 26. We're still rocking a little college football, even though we're here in the spring. It's softball and baseball season in college. Gymnastics is going full blast. A lot of exciting things happening. College basketball kind of coming to an end. We're getting close to March Madness, but we're still here in the world of football. Got a new series here for us. You know, the last couple of times we've kind of dabbled in Road to Glory. You saw Cody Blaze and his journey. Then, of course, we have Bradley Chesterfield, the fourth's journey going on right now. We might live stream one of those later today. But in playing that and playing with Bradley Chesterfield the fourth, that whole storyline with the Army Black Knights and the option offense and all that we're going to, I got an idea for something a little fun just to build upon the challenge of trying to run that option offense and win games. And the mindset, the idea that I came up with was, can we take that option offense as a coach, work our way up the coaching ranks, and win a national championship as a triple option team? I mean, you see there with the Army Black Knights, it's not easy. It's not always easy. But I also want to start down low. I want to start as a triple option offensive coordinator, see if we can build our way up through the ranks. Now, you might think, oh, all right, so we're going to play Army or Air Force. No. I wanted to find a team where we could come in and start that triple option offense. Find a team that's not running it, but has the building blocks, has the talent in the positions that we need to create a successful triple option offense. So doing Army, doing Navy, doing Air Force, play in those schools that are already the roster's designed for that, and then working our way up. No. So I looked at several schools. One school in the SEC, I chose not to go because it'd be a little bit easy, was Arkansas. Arkansas's quarterback, Tavon Green, would look like a dream running a triple option with him. He's very big, 235 pounds, and he's got 90 speed. Strong arm as well. There's some pretty good running backs there. They don't have a fullback. A lot of these teams I looked at, the problem was a lack of a fullback. So I had to start looking at, okay, if they don't have a fullback, do they have a tight end that we could put at the fullback? He's got to have a little speed, but he's also got to have the strength. And so Arkansas, they had lots of wide receivers at Arkansas. A lot of these rosters have tons of wide receivers. So we moved on Arkansas because I was like, no, that's a little bit too easy. Another team we looked at was Buffalo. Going through Buffalo had, and usually what I did when I was looking through this really quick was to just look at the quarterbacks that were on the roster first. And I wanted to find a quarterback with at least 85 speed. And so going through Buffalo, pretty good roster. Quarterback with some speed, pretty decent running back depth. Once again, no fullback, but they had a tight end that we could move there. And then they had lots of wide receivers. Charlotte 49ers were another group that looked like a promising roster. And I'm like, okay, we could do this one. We went on through and came here to the Mountain West and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. They have a true freshman that the game has set as an 84 overall. 84 overall true freshman there, who's got good speed. They just don't have the running back depth, and they just don't have everything else. So we had to move on from the Rainbow Warriors. Those were the schools that really popped off and I was pretty set. I'm like, okay, another one. I just thought of them. They're in the Mid-American. Ohio, the Bobcats. They had a pretty good roster too. Pretty good quarterback. They had some running back depth. No fullback, but we had a tight end that we can move to fullback. And I was like, okay, this is another potential team here. I was like, all right, it's really kind of down between Ohio and Buffalo. It's Ohio or Buffalo. So I kept going and kept going and kept going. And then I stumbled upon the team that I was like, this is perfect. The head coach is perfect to come in and say, hey, coach, I think we should run this because it fits his history and the offenses that he ran. Now, he ran these options and read options and things like that, but it was out of the shotgun or was a power spread kind of setup, like we're backed up from the line. But I think I'm like, we could convince this head coach, hey, let's try to run this triple option, control the clock, and control the game that way. The roster looked pretty good. And what was really a selling point for this when it came to finding a fullback, we're going to need somebody that's big and strong. But in running a triple option, I need somebody that can take off and run. The number 2 running back on this team is like 230 or 240 pounds. And he's got 80 plus strength. And I'm like, oh man, and he's got like above 86 speed. I'm like, wow, this guy can play fullback in our option. And that team is the UNLV Rebels. Dan Mullen, the head coach there. And you see their offensive scheme is spread. We're going to change that. But if you remember Dan Mullen's days at Florida with Tim Tebow, and then Dan Mullen's days with Mississippi State when had his first head coaching job there with Dak Prescott. You know, the very first, it's a little trivia here, the very first ever college football playoff rankings. Do you know who the number 1 team was in the very first college football playoff rankings? It was Mississippi State. Of all teams, it was Mississippi State. And they were number 1 for a few weeks. So that's crazy. But Dan Mullen now is at UNLV. The roster looks really good. They got a quarterback there that's got some speed, but he's also a pretty accurate passer. Good running back depth. Got a good tight end room. If you're going to run this triple option, you're going to need your tight ends too. And then, like I said, that number 2 running back fits into the fullback position perfectly. And in that triple option offense, your fullback is one of those options to carry the ball pretty regularly. So it's UNLV. That's where we're starting our journey here. I haven't thought of a name for the coach yet, but let's get into it.
Time to figure out where on the coaching staff you want to start.
Pretty easy.
Now for the fun part. Here you'll create a coach.
Yeah, we're going to create one.
Choose your coach's archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What's most important to you? Maximizing player development, acquiring new talent, or putting your team in the best position to win?
I think we got to go tactician. I remember when I first started doing Dynasty, I was doing like everybody. I was doing recruiting. So let's change up this coach's name. Head ball coach is definitely not the name we're going to go for. Getting the word Jack. Jack is coming to mind. So Jack. The name is Jack Johnson, but no, we're not going to go with that. Man, good last name. Jack Henry. Nah. Jack Attack. Jack Attack. Coach Jack Attack. I'm fine with that. Jack Attack. Who cares, man? Who cares? Jack Attack. All right, so we're definitely not going with their offense. So there's option generic. I think I want to go with Air Force. We'll go with Air Force's. Our defense. I'll run a 4-2-5. I like a 4-2-5 defense. Alma mater. Let's make his alma mater Georgia Tech. You know, let's say Jack Attack. He played on those Georgia Tech teams that ran the option. Pipeline. South Georgia. Perfect. Demeanor. Be intense. Stance. Let's go hands on knees. Situational strategist. Balanced pressure. Flexible play caller. Mad scientist. No. Reactive schemer. Matchup oriented. Ground control. Definitely ground control. Balanced huddle. We're going to be conservative on offense. Running this triple option, we want to control the clock. We're going to be very aggressive on defense. There we go. Head coach Jack Attack. Oh yeah, if you're Jack Attack, you got to have the long hair, got to have the mustache, the stash there. Definitely. Let me make sure there's not one that looks better. I mean that. Nah, his hair looks too nice. Same with here. Look at that. That doesn't look like a Jack Attack. Oh man, they get so many options down here. There's another one there. Nah. Bald? No. Nah, he looks like a washed up coach there. Okay. There's Jack Attack. Love the hair. Look at the hair. Yeah, body type. We could go heavy. Yeah, that's it. You know what? We're gonna go heavy. We're gonna go heavy. Coach Jack Attack. He played at Georgia Tech, man. He was the fullback. That's what he was. That's why he's built like that. Built different. I'm liking this already. I'm having fun. Go sleeveless. Should we go sleeveless? Nah. Could have the collar popped up like that. Yeah, let's go with that. Got the collar popped. Lower body. Collar popped and some shorts. There we go. There we go. Looking good there, Coach Jack Attack.
Congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching contract.
All right.
Pay attention to the expectations of the role. Failing to meet the university's expectations.
6 wins. We can do it. We can do it. First and foremost thing that we need to do, we need to go over here and work on this depth chart. Remember, we're just doing offense, so a pretty good speed there. Both guys 79 overall. But I think for Coach Jack Attack's offense, yeah, it's the 6'3", 235-pound pure runner there. Got the strong arm. Not very accurate, but that's okay. It's got good strength too. So, yep, it's going to be the senior. And then we'll see how he does. If things look really bad and if we need to change things up, we can bring in the backfield creator who's a little bit more of a passer. But, yep. So, at running back, where's my guy? Is this him? Yeah, that's him. There you go. There you go. Kayvon Lee, 82 strength. It's pretty good. 89 speed, got good acceleration, pretty good agility. But yeah, that guy, now he was number 2 earlier, so this may not be the updated roster, but we're going to pull him off the roster here. So we've got some pretty quick guys here. And then when you get to fullback, oh, they actually do have a fullback on here. It's not going to be him. Lee is moving up. He is going to play fullback in our triple option offense. Star development. Yeah, he's going to be a rock star. He's like, wait, put me at fullback, coach? What? Fullback? It's like, yeah. Let's see. It's a pure blocker there at tight end. Yeah, we'll put him up there. All right. Wide receiver. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, they're pretty good wide receivers there. Tight ends. There we go. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I got some good sized guys there. Pretty good offensive line, too. Right tackle. We got a left tackle starting there at right tackle. It's agile. I'm okay with that. And then when it comes to defense, we'll let the defensive coach worry about that. So there you go. Custom schedules. Let's take a look at this. We are playing in the Mountain West. Very first game, Allegiant. Oh, it's at Allegiant Stadium. I think that's where we play. I think that's our home stadium. Let's see. Yeah, Allegiant Stadium's our home stadium. I don't want to start against UCLA. Do we have an open? Yeah, we got 2 open weeks there. So let's make this an open. Week 0 is going to be open. Let's make this one open. Oh, I can't. I've got to go down here and pick an opponent. Let's find ourselves an opponent here. We want somebody. So we're out in Nevada. We could face Cal. That would be a good game. Any other West Coast teams out here we might want to face? Oregon State would be a good one. UCLA, another option. We had them on the roster earlier, or on the schedule earlier. Let's go Oregon State. Yeah, let's go with the Beavers. We'll play at Allegiant Stadium. So let's do this. We're going to make this one open. I'm going to put a game right here. Not trying to schedule anything crazy, you know. We want to play some decent teams. Let's see if we can find a team down in Texas. Well, we're already playing Sam Houston State, so we could face off against South Alabama. That would give us a game down in the Southeast. We could find a team in Florida. There's Texas State. UCF would be a pretty decent game. The Black Knights down in Orlando. Let's do that. And FCS Northwest. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 home games. So we need to change one of these to away. We'll do at Oregon State. So that should even things out. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away games, 6 home games. Perfect. All right. I think that looks pretty good. Save that schedule. Let's upgrade these coaching skills. We get 10 skill points. We already have Tactician unlocked. So, I'm going to bump that on the offensive line to begin with. Yep, offensive line to begin with. And let's set up the recruiting board. So prospect list, recommended. Got some 3-star guys here. Let's do this. It's a free safety from Utah. We do need one of those. Power rusher, 7th. Let's get down here. I want to find these guys first. So Will linebacker. We do need one of those. It's a kicker. We already need one of those. Another free safety that's got us rated first. Mike linebacker we don't need. Corner we do need. Here's another corner. They have us rated first. Here's a strong safety. We do need one of those. There's a free safety first. Here's a QB. Backfield creator. 6'3", 222. Let's put him on the list. It's another corner. And another Will linebacker. Okay, let's come take a look at these guys. We got a great defensive coordinator. As long as we're not finding any busts. Oh, a gem. 80 speed. We'll take that. Throw him an offer. Another gem. Nice. All right, everybody here looks good, so we're going to throw everyone an offer. There we go. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Terrible recruiting ability. That just is what it is. Let's advance to the next week. Let's go ahead and get things going. Got some guys reached their top 8 schools. A lot of guys up to transfer. Let's go to recruiting. Let's drop the hours on these guys. All right, I'll say anybody that we're number 1 with that is not receiving recruiting by anyone else, we're just going to do 25 points. All right, so there's 2 on this guy here, so we'll go 50. Multiple people trying to get this guy. We're still number 1 for him. Let's go with 25. Multiple people going for this guy. Let's do 25. Quarterback here. Oh, we're not even going to try. This guy's a gem. We've got to go after him. Oh, wow. This guy we're not getting from Provo. All right. Drop him off. Well, that guy we're already at 50, so. Let's put 50 on this guy. Let's put 50 on this guy. I mean, might as well put 50 on him too. There we go. All right, that's how our recruiting board is going to go for right now. This is definitely going to be a later in the recruiting cycle kind of team. Just finding those guys that nobody's wanting and then bringing them to UNLV. So there we go. Everybody's still top 8 schools. Nobody is ready to visit. Got our very first game here. It's an away game at Sam Houston. Going to be very interesting to see how this team does. Can go free practice. Let's go free practice real quick. And we're going to do offense only. Let's just get out there. Let's run a few plays, you know. Kind of mess around with this playbook a little bit. All right, formations, flex bone, wing bone, power eye, Maryland eye. We do have a pistol, and we do have gun. So we've got a few passing abilities there. But let's start with the flex bone. This is where we're going to be running most of our offense from right here. That's our big bruiser right there, Lee. We're gonna have to get back over this way. Whoop. Got our speed guys there. Okay. Boom. Pretty good throw there. This guy's pretty fast. I like his speed. He looks pretty good. course, Lee right there, man. He is the fullback, man. The fullback. All right. Let's see if we will reposition the ball. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Team looks pretty good. Got good speed, good running backs, excellent fullback. I can't wait to play with this fullback. All right, folks, that's it. Nothing left to do but just get into it. We are playing offense only. Yep, Air Force. Okay, let's look at the uniforms a little bit. So let's see our home. So there's a home. Very Ohio State kind of looking. Got the smoke gray pants, the red jersey. Of course, there's the away. What about alternate? What do we got for alternate? Oh, I got the all smoke gray, like that. Home option, all red. Away option, all white. Okay. Home option 2, the white helmet. Away option 2. Okay. Then current home. Okay. So nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I like that all smoke gray though. That'll be fun to play with. All right, let's get into it. First game here, Coach Jack Attack, the former Georgia Tech fullback, ready to lead this new offense here. Dan Mullen putting full faith in Coach Jack Attack. Of course, we've got our fullback. He's the power back. A little concerned about getting moved to fullback, but he's got to trust us. He's got to trust us. This triple option offense, he's going to be a big part of it. Big part of it. All right. Great run. 5-yard gain, immediate 5-yard gain. We got across. Could have pulled it. So unlike our Bradley Chesterfield IV series where we're at Army, things are a little more difficult. Tangled up in the backfield. Big run up the middle.
He is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision. He can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique. And he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be very committed to scoring games. It sets the tone.
That's the fullback, baby. That is the bell cow
You know, this
of
is a
this
quarterback
offense.
who wants the ball and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down with this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, holding the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the line.
Decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manager. I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off.
This is great. This is a great start to this offense.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down there in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football. If you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on fourth. You don't have to worry about that now because that pass completion is first and goal.
Had to pitch it a little earlier than I wanted to.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait.
Touchdown. Burned a lot of time off the clock.
A long way to go for this offense. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a nice job by this defense. Understand this. That key is
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job. Assignment for play, staying in their pass.
Howard ahead. First down.
They were ready for the pitch by that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And the Rebels getting set on first and 10. For a fresh set of downs, he gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Goes to the option. Now the pitch.
Didn't work out so well. We went backwards.
really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility in football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to
That's all right. Go to the second quarter. No rush. Yeah, I had to hold on to it too long. All right. So they drive, they get a field goal.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last night.
It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing and build this thing.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels.
There we go. Good catch.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of the time to get to that first down. And the Rebels
They're going to press him over there. See if he can get free. Oh, big catch downfield. Now he's sitting here going, throwing it downfield. I thought we were running triple option. Well, Georgia Tech, who's one of their best wide receivers they ever had, Calvin Johnson, who caught the ball, who went on those deep runs like that. Field, good toss.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Third and 2. He got the first and goal. And we're in. Another rushing touchdown. All right. Steps out of bounds. Where's the late hit, ref?
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle.
Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Oh, floated it. That is the one problem with our starting quarterback. We did pick the guy. Pick the guy who was more of a runner. His accuracies. His accuracy is lacking. All right, our defense playing very well. All right, let's come back. We'll go back to our coach suggestion. Let's get back within our offense. 182 yards of offense in the first half. Very, very good. Oh. Oof.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the play. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Sends it back in motion. Again on the option.
First down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for them.
And you become so hard to defend. And you can run the
Oh, there he goes. Coach Jack Attack's telling him, this is what I told you, man. You want to be the fullback. You want to be the fullback in my offense. We are going to have to look to recruit like an actual fullback, the best fullback we can find. Ball on the ground. Offensive lineman got it. I should have let the fullback take it on that one. Oh, no, Lee. Oh, man. Third and 5.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it all in that last play.
They pick up the first down at the 36. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs.
All right, Lee's back. Good deal. And he gets injured immediately.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels line up, trying to move the sticks.
Here we go. Let it run to the fourth quarter, and then we're going to go chew clock.
We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. And they built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play.
205 rushing yards. They got 86 passing yards. That's pretty good. Chew clock. Go ahead and mass sub those backups. I don't want my fullback back out there. He's done enough.
Situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Back to throw. It's going well. Fires to the right.
Oh, there we go.
Could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Ooh, stuffed. And he's in. Another rushing touchdown. And they get a score on our backup defense. Good run. Oh, that's our actual fullback. Nice.
Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this defense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Back in motion, trying to clear the field. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quarterback may change this route. Clock stops. We have reached the two-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going.
Ah. He got the pitch out, but inside the 10. That's all right. That's going to be a W.
They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll send the back in motion. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking.
And we'll just let that clock run down, folks. It's the first game in Coach Jack Attack's career, and it's a W. The triple option offense doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Give the defense a huge break. Look at that. Touchdown in every quarter. Every quarter. Yvonne Lee, the senior, playing at fullback, 19 carries, over 100 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. UNLV gets the W. And even our actual fullback getting himself a touchdown. Put a win in the column. It's our very first win on the road to answering the question, can we win a national championship with a triple option offense? That's the big question. That's the big question. Can't we do it? We'll find out. Sim ahead. I believe we got our first home game this week. Got a few guys up to their top 5. A lot of guys up to their top 5 schools, which is great. Yeah, first home game, UCF comes to town. This is not an easy game right here. Not an easy win. Take a look at this recruiting here. Yep, a lot of guys there. Boom. That guy, we probably need to go ahead and get him in on a visit. Bring him in on Air Force. I think Air Force would be a good visit for him. And we can discuss championship contender. That looks pretty good. What do this guy? Wow, yeah, we definitely have to get this guy in on a visit. Bring him in on the Lobos there. Talk championship contender with him as well. This guy, we got to get him in on a visit. Let's bring him in on the Air Force week. We'll talk proximity to home. And this young man, we'll get him in on a visit too, but no need to rush that unless it's going to be a pretty cheap visit. Hey, 10 skill points. Perfect. bring him in Colorado State, and we will definitely talk proximity to home with him. So that is it. That's the story. That's the setup here. You've got offensive coordinator Jack Attack taking over at UNLV, convincing Dan Mullen to install a triple option offense to control the clock, control the game. Takes his big bruiser of a running back, puts him at fullback, tells him, man, listen to me. You want to be at fullback in my offense. You're going to be the bell cow. You're going to be the guy. And that was just proven in our very first game against Sam Houston. Where in that fullback position, Lee got himself 100-plus rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and was that bell cow. We showed that we could throw the ball down the field. We did have that inaccurate throw that could have been a touchdown, could have easily been a touchdown, but it was very inaccurate. We've got a good quarterback. He's got some throwing ability. He's big. He's bulky. He's able to run this offense and run over defenders. Things are looking promising. We got a big game next time against UCF. That's a big one. They're a good team. They're coming at us. I believe I put them in the ACC. So it's an ACC team coming in, a Power 5 team coming in. But we are at home. We've got that going for us. We're at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Very excited to showcase this offense on the field for the first time in front of our fans. But that's all next time. Till then, it's your buddy. It's your pal. Mr. Nice Guy. I'll catch you later.